Ever come home from subbing and your brain just won't turn off? The students are gone. Your mind is still in the classroom. Let's fix that. So the very first thing that you should do is come home, go to the kitchen, and get the biggest alcoholic drink ever. No, don't do that. I don't want you to do that. Do not listen to that advice. Not saying that you cannot have a drink. Of course you can have a drink, but it's not going to solve the problems in the classroom at all. And it's just going to let you cycle down a path that you don't want to do. If something goes wrong at work, have a drink. The students are bad, have a drink. Like, no, you don't want that. So that's not what this video is about. That was a joke, and let's get right into it. So the first one is to create an after-school routine. So it could be something that you really enjoy doing. Maybe you are a shopper and you're like, hey, like today was a really tough day. I'm overstimulated. I think I'm going to go retail shopping. Or you like to have that big cup of coffee after work. Go to Starbucks or whatever, your favorite coffee spot, and have your coffee. Maybe you like to come home and work out right away, or go to the gym right from school. Whatever that routine is, have it be something that you enjoy. It's like your self-care, and it lets you relax and de-stress from the day. Number 2 is brain dump the day. Okay, so I've had this where it's like my brain just wouldn't shut off. Like it was replaying when a kid said something to me, or why didn't I handle this a certain way? I don't know. And it just keeps going and going. Well, I always just like to grab a journal, and on the days that I was overstimulated and just couldn't get my brain off of like that certain day, I sat down and I just journaled, and then I would really just write like everything that happened. It was kind of like my therapy. And then at the end, I would go back through it and say, okay, you know what? I should have handled this situation a little bit better here. And then it's also good to, if you're at a really good school with a lot of support as a substitute teacher, I would go to teachers who may have that student and just give their advice. What do you do with this kid when he acts like this in the classroom, in your classroom? And then you can just learn from others as well. But it's always just important to like grow as an individual, as a substitute teacher, and just learn from what went wrong. Or some days nothing went wrong. It's just the kids are crazy and you're like, oh my gosh, get me out of here. Number 3 is set boundaries with work talk. Sounds silly, but the more you don't talk about work, the better it gets. It sounds weird because, some people are like, oh, how was work today? You can just say like, oh, it was great. Or today was crazy, But after a certain point, turn off your notifications if you have a school email and you're going to get emails. Set your phone down so that way, like, you're not going to see if a teacher texts you in the next hour to sub for like 90 days out of from this time, like just do away with even just talking about work at all and talk about something else. It's much better that way. Cheese. I don't know. Use mindfulness. I have a mindfulness. It's a 1-minute video right here for you if you are feeling stressed. And it's a good way to really de-stress. And especially like if you're someone who has anxiety or depression, it really like lowers that. And going out in nature and doing mindfulness, or like mindfulness, you don't have to sit there and like, that's not really what I mean. There's ones where they talk to you, like you visualize yourself being on, being somewhere that you really enjoy. Like for me, it would be the beach, or it could be also just sitting in silence and doing nothing. Like don't have your cell phone there. but just sitting in silence, watching the birds chirp, or if you're inside, like listening to that, I don't know, whatever's going in your house. Create a transition playlist. This one I loved doing. So I have a playlist that has all my jams in it. And if you're anything like me, when I'm in the shower or I'm driving and I'm alone, it's concert time. So that means it's like Taylor Swift, Ariana Grande. It's all like my girly songs, so that I'm just in the car like, oh yeah. Instead of just like having like time in the car where it's like silence and you're just like, you know. So find whatever music works for you, which you should already know that, and get a playlist together and jam on your way home, no matter if you're 5 minutes from home or 25 minutes from home. Move your body. This one is one of the best things that you can do for yourself, whether you have 10 minutes or you have 30 minutes. It's very important. And no, you don't have to go to the gym. I personally enjoy going to the gym because it gets me out of the house, because once I'm home type of person, and I don't really work out best in my home. So for me, I like to go to the gym. Other people are working out around me, so it works out pretty good. But you don't have to go to the gym. Like I said, you can ride your bike, you can take a walk, you can go to Zumba, right? Like do fun activities exercise-wise that you are going to love and look forward to. That's really, really important. And exercising helps de-stress from the day. After I go to the gyms, especially on the days I don't want to go, when it was like a really crazy day at school, I had the best workouts. Do something totally unrelated to substitute teaching. So this could be something like coming home and making brownies. This could be going to see your grandma. This could be going to the coffee shop, you know, like doing something that's totally unrelated to work just helps you like reset and forget about the day. And the last one I have for you is wind down before bed. So I'm sure if you watch lifestyle YouTube videos and stuff, they all say it. And honestly, it's true. Like, have a good bedtime routine. It's kind of hard when you have a child these days, and sometimes they don't want to go to sleep when you want them to. When, like, I enjoy reading before I go to bed or reading my Bible. I like to journal, like I said earlier. Just not journaling about school, but like journaling life stuff, talking to my husband, like whatever it is. It's really important too. This is one thing I'm working on, and when I get it, I feel really good. But if you take an hour, so say you go to bed at 9, so that means you'd put your phone down at 8 p.m. and you don't touch it until the next morning. It actually helps you sleep better because of the blue light. And even the screen, like your television, like try to turn that off. I know for me, that's hard because I don't really like to sit in silence. Silence is like too loud for me, but I try my best. So these are just 8 ideas for you to unwind from your day, from that crazy day where you just feel so overstimulated and you feel like you're just cringing at the world. Turning off your teacher brain isn't selfish. In fact, it's strategic. Rest now and lead tomorrow.